Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, now, every now and then I have to admit to making a mistake. I put this one down to, well, as regulars of the show will know, I have been incredibly busy the last week and I'm quite physically run down, very, very tired. Very, very tired. Getting through it now. We'll be back on my feet very, very soon. Hopefully by the end of the weekend we'll be close to somewhere normal. Maybe. But this mistake I speak of, if you saw yesterday's show, 7 Islands, you will probably be very bemused as to how I gave the map 3 stars for gameplay potential. Many a reason why you might argue against it getting 3 stars for gameplay potential, and I would argue it is probably worth 3 stars for gameplay potential, but I lost the argument with myself. Having watched the show back, I realised that when I gave the 3 stars for gameplay, I completely omitted the issue of the water being completely static. So it's a 2-star for gameplay potential, and that rating has been corrected in the BonBonB books if it will never get seen by anybody else ever again. Okay, so if that's okay with you, I'm sure it is, we can crack on with today's show. Today's show, not too bad. Compared to yesterday at least. Before we do that, let's have that daily reminder. Get that finger waggling, please. Get it waggling. That's right, hitting that like button really does help the channel. You wouldn't believe it. Those Google Analytics, they really do like those like buttons. Right, okay, let's crack on and do today's show. And it's El Cañòn, I'm hopefully getting this correctly pronounced, by Checomex. Checomex is from Mexico. Their name is Checo, and this is a Mexican kind of, there should start square, a Mexican kind of terrain. And I had a bit of a grumble about this, but well, there's resources. Yeah, okay. I had a minor grumble about it, but I used Google and I put my mind to rest. Now it says here, oh, hello, what's going on? Ooh, why did I jump back up? What's going on? Hey? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. Sorry. Oh, dear. Deary dear, poor BonBon's losing it. Tired. Now it says you need mass transit, park life and green cities. I have seen oh, it says here, a special tree and some rocks. Oh, yes, okay, right. I'm not entirely 100% convinced, okay, that you need park life and the others, but I'm sure Checo is right, and therefore you should listen to him. Now, there's one little thing going on here with the rail. It's elevated above the roads, and I quite like the way it does it in the bridge there. Okay, it's unusual to see an elevated rail above the roads remain elevated across the bridge. Good and pretty to see. Right, now the roads, we're going a bit of a long route around the map, finishing with a vantage point. And yeah, vantage point. But before we do that, just want to point out these hills. First time I saw these hills, I thought, don't like them. They don't look real. It doesn't look like a real place. Zigzag up the hill here. And then I googled El Cañòn, and there is a full title. It's in the description. I'm sorry, I can't remember it. Subscribe, hit subscribe now please, guys. Yeah, I googled it and I had a look at some images, and the hills, the terrain is actually quite realistic. My grumble is, having seen the images, I would like to see a lot of foliage on the side of these very steep hills. I normally groan and moan about it, but on this occasion, our intersection here, I like this one actually. It's like shape of an A with a loop over, and that works because it's one way, this little connector road, so you do need the loop over. If you were to carry on over there, by the way, you go down this steep bendy road there to the start square, but we'll go the long way to the start square because it's much more fun. Much more fun. So yes, there's a lot of foliage on these steep embankments in the actual ravine and valleys of El Cañón. So I think this is a map that would be ideally suited to Mr. Miyagi's Mossy Mountain theme. And I'm sure it's Mr. Miyagi's. I haven't checked that one, but I'm sure Mr. Miyagi's responsible for that one. If you're going to play this map, I highly recommend it. I think it'll look a lot more realistic, and you won't even need to put loads of trees on the hills to make it work. And we've got intersection here off to the fog. We're going to loop around it and come back down. And we've got the rail in the middle again. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a little bit clever. And I mean nicely clever. Okay. See the way it's bending around, trying to come down to ground level. We've got a little clever little bridge here. Climb across the bridge there. And then we're looping around here into this valley. And gullying down here. And then when you get to the bottom, it goes underneath where we came from. In a minute it does. We're going back the other way now. Yeah, underneath where we came from. And loops around there. And we are finally at ground level. And if you have a look at that from above, that is very cleverly done. Very tidy, very clever, and nice work. Now, here's your start square. You wish. No, that's not your start square. No. Here is your start square, right there. Yeah, not half as much build plane is there. And then we've got this this climb that I showed you earlier. That goes up to the A junction. Remember the A junction? There it is. Yep. And that is that. There's your build plane where you'd like to be building. And of course we've only got this little area to work with down by the river. If we scoot across here, and this intersection here is nice, and it loops off that way towards the two lots of fog in either direction, but we are going to go to that vantage point I promised you. Now, today's map, I am going to apologise again. I'm not saying it was rushed at this particular one, but I'm still very tired, still exhausted, and I know that there's a couple of bits that I've kind of missed, and specifically like the Essential Lighthouse. I'm sure I've seen one in the quick flyby, so there's one or two bits, but hey, if you cover everything, there'll be no surprises for you left when you take on the map, will there? Anyway, we're still going up this hill. It's a long, windy road up the hill to the vantage point. And I wonder what sort of view you're going to get from up here. I would imagine a nice one. Yeah? Maybe. Are we nearly there yet? I think we are, actually. It's levelling out. It's very much levelling out. Oh, no, it's dropping. And, oh, no, the road's going way on. Way on as we drop down here past these rocks, start climbing up the other side again, and we are nearly there now. Right, one quick meaningless loop around here. This actual loop was meaningless, and it dead ends there, which means the nearest edge, which is about there, is going to be our view. Let's go down to ground level and have a look at the view. I wonder what we can see. We're going to see something I'm not going to check out later on in the show, so please absorb it now. I forgot to check this through exhaustion. That waterfall. Yeah, pretty waterfall. Not much to see over that direction, so yeah, it's all about that waterfall. Oh look, there's a tree like propped in, wedged into the side there. Okay, let's go and have a look at a different angle. I would prefer if the viewing platform were, say, about here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Look down the valley. I like that. Okay, so shall we head off to Assetville and do something, oh, even better, viewing platform. That's much more like it. Yeah, Assetville. As we head off to Assetville to today's Asset Corner, and we get The Horizon, Sydney, by Robert, or Robert, but I'm pretty sure it must be Robert. Now this building is a real building in Sydney. What I read about it was something about casting shadows over the local neighbourhoods, and so yeah, it caused, well, much condemnation, as you can imagine. You know, who wants to have a shadow cast across them by this monolithic, oh, it's huge and tall, beautiful building though, well put together by Robert. And wow, just wow. And look, it's got a smiley face on the top. Hello smiley face. Chad was here. Oh, great building, absolutely lovely building, absolutely love it, Robert, and it's going to look great in Asset World when they get around to doing it this weekend. Right, off to theming. Tin Island. Themington Island, it's Cypher by the Pessimist with the 50s popping LUT. I think I've got this set daytime. Oops, I told you I'm tired. Oh, I cannot wait to get back to normal next week. I really can't. Factoids, because Factoids. Rossini, the music, the composer, the music person, was too scared to travel by rail. But someone who did like travelling was the composer Elgar. He used to go out driving with his 3 dogs in the back of his open car. All of them wearing goggles. Oh, that's just made my day. It's like a meme, isn't it? You can just imagine a meme now of Elgar with his dogs wearing goggles and scarves billowing in the wind. Oh, lovely. Right, anyway, Cypher, one more day from Cypher. That's tomorrow. And then we can start a new week again. Yay! Okay, back to El Cañón by Checomex. That might be a bit tight on either side. I think I saw a ship just scraping the post, but it's probably okay. That one's okay, isn't it? I think so. Even the Cañòn would be chuffed with that one. And this one's great because it runs right down the middle. The ships will run on either side of that one, and certainly tall enough. We come this way, we have a peep through there. That's all pretty good and dandy. Yeah, very happy with that. Water flow, we have got lots of little rivers and there are lots of, well, waterfalls like such, which really does churn it up and pushes the water off the edge of the map over that way. And pretty much everywhere there's like water going somewhere or the other on its travels. Nice. Okay, so that pretty much sums up all of those. There's not really much more to show you because I forgot to record the waterfall. I think you would have liked to have seen the waterfall, but it's okay. What can I tell you? It's waterfalling. There's the map as a whole. Build planes, a little bit limited, but there's definitely enough to be able to do something with. And yes, look at the texture here. The mossy mounting theme would have really, lushed that out very nicely indeed. Okay, time to vote on the map. Time to do it. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? I'm in the middle somewhere myself. In the middle. I haven't even thought about what ratings to give this. I'm going to have to do this on the wing. Okay? Are we going to do it on the wing? I'm going to do it on the wing. Oh, hell spells. I'm going to mess this one up as well like I did yesterday. Aesthetically. If it had the foliage on those hills making it, well, appear more like the actual location, I think it would work. Mossy Mountain theme, think it would work. It's actually just a bit ugly because of the amount of, well, the hills, the cliffs. 2 stars, I'm afraid. Detailing. Detailing is not bad at all. I would like to have seen a lot more trees, and there is the big detailing problem. I'd like to give it 4 stars, but the lack of the trees where I think it really needs trees, there, 3 stars. Gameplay potential, quite a bit I think. Can't see any problems with it. limited in build a little bit. I'm going to mark it up to 4 stars for gameplay. Yeah. El Cañòn by CheckMX, 4 stars for gameplay. I think it just about justifies it. I think so. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything's in place. Just maybe, you know, being a bit creative and changing things about a bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the last map in this week. And then a big announcement on Monday. A big announcement. Oh, there's a map to follow there. Follow that one. Go and vote on that one, please. Go on. You know you want to. And have a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon.